I'd like to call this workshop call to order on January 21st, 2020. Roll call.
Councilmember Williams.
Here.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Here.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Here.
Councilmember Nichols.
Here.
Councilmember at Large Vanden Heuver.
Here. Please stand for pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll skip right over to communications from the mayor, including disapproval messages. Mayor? Nothing?
Number 1, revised veto message of resolution number 13, 14, and 19 of 2020, and tabled resolution number 20 of 2020.
Any comment?
I'd like to do it on the record.
What's that?
I'd like to do it on the record.
Okay. Just go right to communication, public, and petitions.
Number 1, clarification from the Northern Chautauqua Conservation Club on their previous request regarding their annual walleye derby to be held August 6th through August 9, 2020.
Just receive a file there, Richard?
That's fine.
Okay.
Number 2, request from the Lakeshore Street Rod Association of Dunkirk and Fredonia to hold their 19th annual harbor cruise on Sunday, July 12, 2020 at the Cooks, Brooks, Large, and Lower Pavilions, as well as permission to have food and refreshments vendors along with the use of extra trash barrels and trash pickup after the event.
Any discussion, council?
That's a normal yearly event. Great event that they have down there. A lot of guys go in for it.
Agreed.
Anybody else? Need a motion to refer to appropriate departments as well as approved subject to appropriate insurances and usual conditions?
So move.
Second.
By Williams. Seconded by
Nichols.
Nichols.
Number 3, request from Jose A. Rodriguez to hold the Christopher and Escobar Memorial Co-ed Softball Tournament on Saturday, June 13, 2020 in City Field Stadium, School 7, and Cooks Field.
Any discussion?
Yes. Just to let them know, School 7, they still have to go through the school to get the,
We have advised them of that.
okay, and that'll be the same in number 4.
Yes, and they both of these were run through the Recreation Department, and the fields are available for these days.
Marty, is it the same individual who used to run the tournaments in the past?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Looks like he's running 2 in a row here.
Yeah. I need a motion to refer to appropriate departments as well as approved subject to appropriate insurances and usual conditions.
Second.
Tomano. Seconded by Stoyl.
Number 4, request from Jose A. Rodriguez, that was in Spanish, Jose A. Rodriguez to host the Wayne Hazelton Memorial Co-ed Softball Tournament on Saturday, June 27th, 2020 in City Field Stadium, School 7, and Cooks Field.
Any discussion? I need a motion to Tomano. Seconded by Williams.
Number 5, request from the Dunkirk City School District for 2 police officers to be present at the Dunkirk Senior High School Homecoming Dance from 7:45 p.m. to 11:15 p.m. on Saturday, February 29, 2020, also requesting the police provide a breathalyzer test for each student attending.
Make a motion, this goes to Dave, the police chief.
Second.
I just have a concern, is that homecoming or is that for the winter ball? Homecoming is usually in October.
They call it homecoming now.
Sorry.
Dave, do they usually use a breathalyzer test on that? Is that norm now?
Yeah, we do it every year. We've got a newer machine that we bought with donation from the exempt club that has a cone now. We don't have to use 300 individual low pieces. It's just a general.
Yeah, I was wondering about how that would work. Okay. Good. Thank you, Chief.
Well, the Zemps guys are nice.
We got a motion from Stoyl, seconded by
I second.
Number 6, request from David and Kathleen Woodward on behalf of the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital to host their second annual motorcycle blessing on May 16, 2020 at the Brooks Large Pavilion at Point Gratiot from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m.
Any discussion, council? Seeing none, need a need a motion to refer to appropriate departments as well as approved subject to appropriate insurances. By Williams,
Second, Nichols.
seconded by Councilwoman Nichols.
Number 7, loudspeaker application from Martha Fry for the Clarion Hotel to have outside music and bands at their dockside and pavilion from May 1st, 2020 through November 1st, 2020 from 12 p.m. to 1 a.m.
Any discussion? Seeing none, need a motion?
I make a motion we accept this statement.
By Stoyl, seconded by Williams. Reports of standing committee, boards, and commissions. Anybody? Don?
I'll wait till the meeting.
Marty?
Next Thursday, 4 p.m., there will be a finance meeting right here in this room,
What time is that, Marty?
4 p.m.
And Wednesday, there'll be an economic development meeting at 4, which changed from today till next week.
Is that on the calendar, Lillian's calendar?
Yes,
Okay.
Lillian made sure it went on the calendar.
All right. Councilor Stoyl?
Yes,
Did
yes.
anything?
Oh,
No.
we're good.
I have nothing at this time. Unfinished business.
Number 12, second amending of resolution awarding bids 2020 treatment chemicals, water pollution control facility, and water treatment plant.
Richard, do we gotta take this off the table?
Yeah, that one would have to be taken off the table. And just clarification, it was just a number was off on one of the bid numbers, so we just revised that number. And I italicized it so everybody knows where the correction
So
was.
vote to take off the table and vote.
Correct.
Okay, motion to vote. Correct. Thank you.
Number 20, resolution authorizing budget line modifications fiscal year 2020.
Any discussion?
No, I think we're planning on just leaving that on the table.
That's the one I put on the table.
Yeah.
Just leave that on.
Leave it.
Pre-filed resolutions?
Number 22, resolution awarding contract for asbestos survey.
Any discussion? Seeing none.
Number 23, resolution for the adoption of the city tree management plan.
Any discussion, council? Seeing none.
Number 24, resolution agreement for access and preliminary investigation activities, including drilling groundwater wells, sampling groundwater, and other environmental media.
Any discussion? Seeing none, we'll move on.
Number 25, resolution accepting 2020 3% Chautauqua County occupancy tax funds for the city waterfront enhancement project.
Is Rebecca here?
Yep.
Would you like to comment on that first, please?
Yeah, so we've got some requests for getting some additional amenities at the pier that weren't originally budgeted in the original grant. So they include the life preservers that we'll work with DPW to get those secured to the sides of the pier. They also include some picnic tables under the shaded structure. A lot of people wanted picnic tables out there. Some additional maybe Adirondack chairs for concerts to be put on the grassy areas, and then some large-scale games that we would get, but I would like to work with whoever officially runs the little the Pier 30, the new bar concession stand, to possibly do a system where maybe you give your license and you're able to, rent out that large scale game so it's not just sitting there, and so our DPW doesn't have to worry about it being in the water or something like that. So working out a system for that. Those are basically the items that are budgeted. We went to the county to receive some funding for those pieces, and we're granted some funding.
Awesome, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I just have a question, Polly.
Sure.
Will the Adirondack chairs and picnic tables be anchored so they don't walk away?
The picnic tables, yes. The Adirondack chairs, I've got to work with Randy on kind of deciding what we go with, but ultimately, I'd like something very heavy that won't blow away, obviously.
Whatever, that's not what we meant.
Yeah.
Or disappears in a pickup truck.
Right.
Right.
This is Dunkirk, they're gonna walk away. We got
Yeah.
Number 26, resolution authorizing renewal agreement with New York State Unified Court System, City Court Security System, or Services, contract number Charlie 200539, April 1st, 2019 to March 31st, 2020.
Richard, do you like to comment on this for us, please?
Yeah, this is just to have the police officers that are stationed at the metal detector there. And that just basically, this covers their salaries as they're stationed there as part of that contract to provide security for the court system. And it's actually a 5-year contract, but they just do a year annual renewals. So we're just doing the annual renewal for this next 5 years.
Yeah, it's just a renewal every year, right?
Yeah.
Excellent, thank you.
Number 27, resolution authorizing agreement for interim animal control services.
Chief Ortolano, are you good with this?
Yeah, I think it'll work out very well.
Okay. Anyone else? Thank you.
Number 28, resolution awarding bid, hydrated lime water pollution control facility. Number 29, resolution authorizing Renesola to act as agent on behalf of the city of Dunkirk to deal with National Grid for their 110 Roberts Road solar facility.
Richard or Rebecca, would you comment on this for us? For the new councilman?
Yeah, Rensola is the solar company that's interested in doing solar at the landfill, the city's own landfill. It is in the town of Dunkirk, so we do need to get a zoning variance with the town. This is one of the steps in the process, is that Rensola has to sign some agreements with National Grid to get things rolling as well. And so we need to give them permission to move forward with that step. But it won't officially be an official project until it's passed at the zoning board on the town level. We will be going to their next zoning board meeting for that.
Okay. Any discussion, council? No? New business? I'm going to see if one of you guys can make a motion to go into executive session when we get out into the regular meeting.
I make a motion.
Any discussion on new business?
Just so we're clear,
Yep.
I have 2 minutes to certify.
Okay.
One is for the inaugural meeting. That one went in on the 8th, just the day after we had the meeting, so I wasn't prepared, I wasn't ready for the last meeting. And then the one for last meeting.
Okay,
Okay?
sounds good. Need a motion to adjourn? So move. Williams, seconded by Vermont. We're going to continue our regular meeting. Sorry for the delay. We were speaking on personnel situations, but we're going to continue the meeting as of right now. So we'll go with the certification of prior meetings. Need a resolution suspending the readings of the minutes.
I think we were going to make a motion to table the certification of prior meetings and the reading of the minutes from the January 7th meeting.
Okay, I need a motion to table
I make a motion.
by Councilwoman Nichols, second by Councilman Bomano. Clerk call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Vanden Hoover?
Aye. Okay, the reading privilege of the floor regulations.
The privilege of the floor shall be extended to any person appearing for themselves, in which case that individual shall be limited to 3 minutes, and to any person representing a group who shall be limited to 5 minutes. When recognized, please stand and state your name and address. The city clerk shall have the duty of maintaining such time limits, and the councilman at large may determine in his discretion whether individuals are speaking for themselves or representing groups. Councilman at large Vanden Heuvel shall maintain good order and may require any speaker to cease speaking if remarks are made in bad taste or are slanderous or non-germane to any action taken or contemplated by council. The time limit specified shall be strictly adhered to, except that a speaker may be allowed to complete a statement or thought started before such time has expired.
That being said, privilege of the floor is now open. Please state your name and your address. Come forward.
Thank you. I'm John Ames. I live in the town of Portland, but have a deep interest in what happens in Dunkirk, and have long believed that economic growth in our counties, communities that surround Lake Erie are directly tied to what the economic growth in the city of Dunkirk will be. At one point during the transition of mayors from Mayor Doltz to Mayor Rosas, I was asked when the interim director of development came in to assist him as a volunteer. That went on for about 5 months, the last month of Mayor Doltz's administration and the first 4 months of Mayor Rosas. For any city or region to thrive, there has to be a collection of people who are committed to building the foundations and structures of the community, to make it a place where people are attracted to live. Each of you on this city council won your elections by having that kind of commitment. I believe the same commitment is present in the 3 people who have been named as being possible dismissals from the city administration: Richard Morrisroe, David Campolo, and Vicki Westling. I believe Mayor Rosas has helped bring increased efficiency and positive momentum to Dunkirk. And this is in no small degree because of the people he has selected to work with him for the city. Dunkirk is moving forward because a long-term strategy and direction is being set. Dunkirk city government is building toward a positive future based on solid planning and action. This is coming from good government, and good government can best be built on stability and a united leadership. The 3 persons named for termination have been actively involved in bringing quality improvement to the administration of Dunkirk's government and in setting the foundation that is being built by recent steps toward revitalization. Dunkirk is on a positive path. I'm speaking to ask that Richard Morrisroe, David Campola, and Vicki Westling, people who helped develop Dunkirk's current momentum, will be retained after you can observe their contributions from the inside, that you can accurately judge what they do and can continue to do for the city of Dunkirk. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ames.
Good evening. I'm Steve Reese. I'm here this evening speaking on behalf of Revitalize Dunkirk, Post Office Box P.O. 107, City of Dunkirk. I'm the treasurer of that organization, and I wish to call 2 items to your attention. At the workshop session prior to this meeting, council members and department heads were provided with a 2-page handout describing the mission and goals of Revitalize Dunkirk and a listing of some of our activities in support of improved urban living. We hope that you'll take the time to read the document to better understand our efforts and commitment to various worthwhile programs and activities here in the city. Secondly, we support this evening's resolution for the adoption of the City of Dunkirk Tree Management Plan. Revitalize Dunkirk was an early supporter of this project and has followed its development with great interest. We believe that the careful management of Dunkirk's current and future tree resources that will result from following this plan will have long-term positive health and economic benefits for all the residents of the city. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Ms. Reese. Anybody else wishing to speak?
My name is Natalie Lutzkowiak. I'm a resident of Dunkirk and the secretary of the Dunkirk Democratic Committee. Along with many accomplishments of these past 4 years, with Mayor Rosas taking the proactive lead the city needed, the city has a positive net income by over $1 million, and financial policies and procedures were established to ensure the city's commitment toward sound financial management and fiscal integrity. I don't understand why some here seek to divide our city over pettiness when it is obvious that to everyone that we are doing very well. Anyone can take a deliberate and different perception or take a part of a story instead of a whole story in order to intentionally sidetrack citizens for your blind ambition or worse. There is a famous saying, if you want to do a lot of good, do not seek recognition. Makes sense, right? Although I have seen the mayor, I know the mayor always recognizes people. So let's put our differences and egos away. Let's work together. We have so much more in common than not. Thank you.
Anybody else wishing to speak? Anybody else?
Hi, Mike Civiletto, 200 Franklin Avenue. Professionalism and rules. This chamber deserves respect, and the Robert's Rules of Orders should be followed by the city, as per the city charter. Last meeting, we all witnessed a breakdown of decorum and an order in these chambers. Order comes from the top down. And I ask that our councilmen and our councilwomen speak only when recognized as per Robert's Rules, and try to self-monitor their words to be professional and helpful to the forward movement of this meeting and to city affairs. Last week, I also asked everyone who sponsored the removal resolutions to convince me and the city and the citizens of Dunkirk that these resolutions were not politically motivated or were not personal vendettas. I heard crickets, no responses. But after that meeting, Councilman at Large Vanderhoover spoke volumes when he called Mr. Campola's name twice and then yelled while still in this chamber, "And that's why you're gone, you piece of SHIT." You, sir, owe all of us, the city, an apology, and especially Mr. Campola.
And you will not get one from me. Anybody else wishing to speak?
My name is Ned Devine. I live at 618 Main Street in the city of Dunkirk. I'm the Dunkirk Democratic City Chair, and I know that Councilman Williams will probably point that out again as some kind of way that maybe what I say should lose some of its edge. But I'm just here again to speak against the council overriding the mayor's veto. Again, 3 workers in the city are being fired without cause, without just cause. That is no way to treat any worker in the city. I'd like to conclude with my advice to the council to just follow proper procedure, as the last meeting seemed somewhat chaotic, and I know that you're new and this is a difficult time to say the least. But thank you very much for listening.
Anybody else wishing to speak tonight?
Hello, my name is Kathy Campola. I am David Campola's wife, and I live at 19 Lakeview Avenue in Fredonia. Everybody knows what happened with my husband. My husband did nothing wrong. He brought to this table 35 years of experience in human resources. He has an impeccable career. He was introduced by Mr. Vanderhoover. Mr. Vanderhoover.
It's Vandenhoover, not Hoover.
Excuse me. What difference does it make? And he was, he brought the resume, Paul Vandenhoover, to the mayor. And that's what got my husband hired. And now, all of a sudden, and it's all political and hearsay and whatever it is. But my husband, like I said, then my husband gave up half of his pay to work half the hours, as he worked still all the hours with half the pay. That's the kind of man my husband is. And for you, Mr. Vanderhoover, to take away that from the city is inexcusable. Thank you.
You know, again, I really can't speak on personnel departments and issues, but the thing I will have to admit that I did give him, I hand-delivered his resume to Mayor Rosas. It was for benefit for your daughter, that she was battling cancer. So he came up and ran up to me and said, could you introduce me to the mayor? In my profession, where I work, I give a lot of resumes out. Matter of fact, there's a lot of resumes I've given, they got hired, and I was the one that fired them. So that's just a day-to-day thing for me.
Why did you hire him?
I have my reasons.
Well, what are they?
I have my reasons, but I can't talk about it. If you want to wait till after the meeting,
Tell the public, what are
I got the floor. I let you speak without interrupting you. I have my reasons, and my reasons are going to stand, whether you like it or not.
What are they?
If you want to wait outside after this meeting, I'll tell you.
Why not tell the public?
End the conversation. Anybody else wishing to speak tonight? The floor is closed. Communications from the mayor, including disapproval messages.
Mr. Chairman, I just want to confirm once again the revised veto message of resolutions 13, 14, and 19 of 2020. I'd also like to have our development director explain. We received a couple of people that came to the development committee meeting today, and it was rescheduled. If she could just let the public know when the next meeting is.
Yes, I apologize for anyone who came to the economic development meeting today. Councilwoman Nichols and myself had determined that next week will be the meeting, Wednesday, the 29th at 4 p.m. in the mayor's conference room.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Moving on, communications and public and petitions.
Number one, clarification from the Northern Chautauqua Conservation Club on their previous request regarding their annual walleye derby to be held August 6th through August 9th, 2020.
Receive and file.
Number two, request from the Lakeshore Street Rod Association of Dunkirk and Fredonia to hold their 19th annual harbor cruise on Sunday, July 12, 2020 at the Cooks, Brooks, and Lower Pavilions, as well as permission to have food and refreshment vendors along with the use of extra trash barrels and trash pickup after the event.
Need a motion to refer to the appropriate departments as well as approve subject to appropriate insurances and usual conditions.
So moved.
By Councilman Williams, seconded by Councilman Stoyl. Clerk call the roll.
Mr. Chairman?
Councilmember Williams?
Sorry, yes, sorry.
I just wanted to, for the record, let the council know that the boat races for this year will be tentatively, as of right now, for the 10th, 11th, and 12th. I have spoken to Tom, and this will not interfere with this event. But I just wanted to let you know.
So,
No, July.
it will not,
July. July 10th, 11th, and 12th.
and it will not interfere?
It will not interfere with them.
That's good news. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Vanden Heuver.
Aye, carried.
3, request from Jose A. Rodriguez to host the Christopher N. Escobar Memorial Co-ed softball tournament on Saturday, June 13, 2020, in City Field Stadium, School 7, and Cooks Field.
Need a motion to refer to the appropriate departments as well as approve subject to appropriate insurance as the usual conditions? Second ward, Councilman Bomano.
Second.
Fourth ward, Councilwoman Nichols. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Vanden Heuver.
Aye, carried.
Number 4, request from Jose A. Rodriguez to host the Wayne Hazelton Memorial Co-ed softball tournament on Saturday, June 27, 2020, in City Field Stadium, School 7, and Cooks Field.
Need a motion to refer to appropriate departments as well as approve subject to appropriate insurances and usual conditions by Councilman Bamanto, seconded by Councilman Williams. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Vanden Heuver.
Aye, carried.
Number 5, request from the Dunkirk City School District for 2 police officers to be present at the Dunkirk Senior High School Homecoming Dance from 7:45 p.m. to 11:15 p.m. on Saturday, February 29, 2020. Also requesting the police provide a breathalyzer test for each student attending.
Need a motion to refer to the Chief of Police, Orlano, and to our City Attorney, Maurice Rose.
Doyle.
First by Councilman Stoyl, second by Councilman Williams. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Vanden Heuver.
Aye, carried.
Number 6, request from David and Kathleen Woodward on behalf of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital to host their 2nd annual motorcycle blessing on May 16, 2020 at the Brooks Pavilion at Point Gratiot from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m.
Need a motion to refer to appropriate departments as well as approve subject to appropriate insurances and usual conditions.
So move.
By Councilman Williams, second by Councilwoman Nichols. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Vanden Heuver.
Aye, carried.
Number 7, loudspeaker application from Martha Fry for the Clarion Hotel to have outside music and bands at their dockside and pavilion from May 1st, 2020 through November 1st, 2020, from 12 p.m. to 1 a.m.
Need a motion to refer to the appropriate departments as well as approve subject to appropriate insurances and usual conditions by Councilman Stoyl and seconded by Councilman Williams. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Vanden Heuver.
Aye, carried. Reports to standing committees, boards, and commissions. Councilman Williams.
There will be a DPW committee meeting tomorrow at 4 p.m. in the Mayor's Conference Room here at City Hall. And on Thursday, the council is scheduled to be on WDOE Viewpoint program at 8:45 in the morning. Council members that want to show up, get there about 10 to 15 minutes early. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Councilman Bamanto.
Yes, there'll be a finance meeting next Thursday, 4 p.m., Mayor's Conference Room. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight, and especially for the ones that got up and spoke. Want to speak what happened in DPW a couple of weekends ago on a Sunday. Prior to Sunday, we had a big snowstorm and a lot of wind came down. And I'd like to thank the mayor coordinating with Randy, and the guys from DPW came out on Sunday and did a heck of a job picking up a bunch of tree limbs were down, and even did some patching in the roads. So, and thank for Mike Propiglia getting the boys out there, especially on a Sunday. So thanks a lot. So.
Thank you, Councilman Bamato. Councilman Stoyl.
Yeah, we had a public safety meeting on Tuesday with both chiefs, and both guys are looking into situations both from the public and from me. It looks like it's going to be a fun committee. Very good cooperation from those two fellas up there. And I guess we're involving the building inspector, some of our stuff, right? And I apologize for the long wait, but thanks for waiting.
All right, thank you, Councilman Stoyl. Councilwoman Nichols.
Yes, I just want to once again remind everyone of the economic development that Rebecca spoke about was changed from today until next week at 4 on Wednesday, the 29th. But I would like to ask just if Mr. Woodbury could just go over the proper procedures with the amount of wind and snow that we've been having lately on trash and recycling and non-trash items such as mattresses, couches, and that, and what they're supposed to, when they're supposed to put it out, the proper legal ways to do it.
Yes. Thank you, Councilwoman. It's been a pleasure to work with you in the Fourth Ward. You've been an eagle eye, and Councilman Williams also helped with the Fourth Ward on Saturday with an issue, so thank you. The key to recycling and garbage pickup and bulk items is the city recycling calendar that engineer Andy Bone makes every year. We have one more month of the current calendar of February, so the next bulk item pickup would be the first Monday of February. There's a bulk item pickup every month, but in order to get your bulk items picked up, you have to come to the clerk's office and pay a small fee, and we'll come and get it. There's no more drop-off of bulk items at the city garage. It's something Council Williams and I, with the DPW committee, we're trying to cut back on clutter at the garage. So we pick it up. Your new calendar should be in the mail, and follow that for bulk items. And there's still February 3rd would be the next item. Come in as quick as possible. We pick up major appliances, grills, things like that. If it's a free-on item like a refrigerator, there could be an extra fee, or if you have that taken out with a licensed plumber, you could be less. We can take tires, things like that. So I would call your attention to the recycling calendar, which is available at any office in City Hall, also available on the city website. And I've noticed, I'm not a Facebook person, but I've noticed that Councilman Williams clips this onto his page. So there's lots of places to find it, and lots of information. For people who had downed trees during the event that Councilman Bamato pointed out, you can bring them to the city garage. Make sure you put them in the right pile. It's very well labeled. I also would like to thank Street Supervisor Propelia and his excellent streets crew for handling the windstorm that we had, and also the weekend of snow. They did an excellent job. And Mr. Tennemore with the Parks Division did an excellent job of keeping our parking lots and our fire halls clear over the weekend as well. So I hope I answered your question, Councilwoman. It's kind of, as we know, it's all here, and Councilwoman and I are going to work together to do a press release to get this, to keep giving this message over and over again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Randy.
That's it.
Thank you, Nance. All right, moving on to unfinished business.
Number 12, second amending of resolution awarding bids 2020 treatment chemicals, water pollution control facility, and water treatment plant.
Richard, this is something that we need to take off the table?
Correct.
Okay. That was just because of the wording?
It was just an amendment on one of the prices for one of the items.
Okay. Need a motion to take off the table?
So
by
moved.
Councilman Williams, seconded by Councilman Stoyl. Clerk call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Vandenboer?
Aye. Need a motion to vote on this? No? Do we need a vote on this, Richard?
Do we need to amend it?
Yes.
Do we need to
It's
amend it?
It's already amended, right?
Amended,
All right.
yeah.
Okay. All right, clerk call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Vanden Hoover?
Aye.
Number 20, resolution authorizing budget line modifications fiscal year 2020.
We're going to leave this on the table, keep that back on the table. Yeah. Don, did you want to go to pre-file before that?
No, we're still under unfinished business, correct?
Correct.
All right, in light of the mayor's veto message, I'd like to make a motion to reconsider number 13, 2020.
Need a motion to reconsider 13-2020 by Williams, seconded by
Nichols.
Nichols. Clerk call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Vanden Hoover?
Aye.
Now we vote on it.
Now we need a motion to vote on 13-2020.
I think we just vote.
What?
I think we just vote now that it's taken off.
Yeah, just clerk call the roll. Yeah. We took it off the table.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Vanden Hoover?
Aye. Carried. All right. Yes, Councilman Williams.
I'd also like to make a motion to reconsider number 14, 2020.
Motion to reconsider 14-2020 by Councilman Williams, seconded by Councilwoman Nichols.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Vanden Hoover?
Aye. Now, clerk call the roll for the vote on 14-2020.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Vanden Hoover?
Aye. Carried. So now we're going to go into pre-filed resolution.
Number 22, resolution awarding contract for asbestos survey.
Any discussion? Clerk call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Vanden Hoover?
Aye. Carried.
Number 23, resolution for the adoption of the City of Dunkirk Tree Management Plan.
Any discussion? Clerk call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Vanden Hoover?
Aye. Carried.
Number 24, resolution agreement for access and preliminary investigation activities, including drilling groundwater wells, sampling groundwater, and other environmental media.
Any discussion, council? Clerk call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Vanden Hoover?
Aye. Carried.
Number 25, resolution accepting 2020 3% Chautauqua County occupancy tax funds for the Dunkirk Waterfront Enhancement Project.
Any discussion? Clerk call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Vanden Hoover?
Aye. Carried.
Number 26, resolution authorizing renewal agreement with New York State Unified Court System City Court Security Services Contract Number Charlie 200539, April 1, 2019 to March 31st, 2020.
Any discussion? Richard, is this something that we just renew every year?
Correct. It's an annual renewal.
Annual renew? Thank you. Clerk call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Vanden Hoover?
Aye. Carried.
Number 27, resolution authorizing agreement for interim animal control services.
Any discussion? Chief, are we good with that? Chief Ortolano?
Yeah, I think it'll work out very well for us. The mayor and I have discussed this, and we think it's a good solution for interim animal control at this point.
Mayor?
Yes, I think we have a good solution. This will be temporary until about March, and then it'll become a permanent.
Thank you, Mayor. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Vandenhuver?
Aye.
Number 28, resolution awarding bid hydrated lime water pollution control facility.
Any discussion? Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Vandenhuver?
Aye, carried.
Number 29, resolution authorizing Renesola to act as agent on behalf of the city of Dunkirk to deal with National Grid 1110 South Roberts Road solar facility.
Rebecca, would you like to comment just briefly on this?
Yeah, Rensselaer is the developer that's interested in developing the city's old landfill site in the town of Dunkirk. Currently, they do not have a final zoning variance to move forward with the project, but other pieces are still, we're still working on. The developer has to negotiate some pieces with National Grid, and this allows them to move forward on that piece.
Thank you, Rebecca. Richard, would you like to comment?
No, it's just that, again, this is just authorizing them to work with National Grid to connect, to connect the solar array to the system.
Excellent, thank you very much. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Vandenhuver?
Aye, carried. Any new business? Seeing none, need a motion to adjourn? So moved. By Councilman Williams?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Nichols. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Stoyl?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Vandenhuver?
Aye. Meeting is adjourned at 6:55 PM, 11/21/2020.